Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the mid-season finale of All American. This episode was called Hate It or Love It, and I just want to jump right in because of course it's the mid-season finale, so a lot of stuff happened and now we have to wait till 2023, which I'm kind of excited we get a break just because this season hasn't been great, and I've said this before in my last few episodes for All American. This season hasn't been good or as good as last. They have their moments, but for the most part it's been really bad. The last two episodes I did not like whatsoever, and so I was glad that I am glad that we're getting a little break, so I don't have to do this every Monday, or not do this, but watch it every Monday and everything, just because I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. And even though I'm just gonna keep watching it till the end, I am happy I get a little break from it, even though this episode was pretty good. I will say that this episode wasn't that bad. Still wasn't great. It still wasn't like the big first few episodes. I think episode 4 of this season was phenomenal. I loved that episode. Nothing has topped that. This one was not close at all, but it was better than the last two. So, I enjoyed it just fine. I still not great, but it was a lot better than what they've been doing, and so I'm happy about it, especially because I heard that they rewrote some stuff because of what the fans were saying, and I'm really happy they did, because this episode wasn't bad, but I'm kind of nervous to see what's going to happen. Especially, I want to know what they rewrote and what the original plan was, because if they actually did change it because they knew the fans were going to hate it, that says a lot. And so I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the next, or not the next, second half of the season. I think they're going to up their game. It looks like it in the promo, but then it also kind of doesn't, and I'm just a bit concerned about how it's gonna work. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm grateful that this episode wasn't bad, but then I wish it was better, because I'm gonna be honest, going into it, I was kind of excited even though the last episodes weren't good, because my expectations were kind of high. Just because it's the mid-season finale, so they have to do something pretty big. And they did, but it's not what I was expecting. Okay, this is embarrassing, I think, maybe because I was holding on to this idea. I still thought Olivia was going to get pregnant or have a pregnancy scare at the end of the episode. Even though I had a really strong feeling they weren't going to do that, and I kind of knew they weren't, I was holding that out because I really wanted it to happen. And I just thought it was going to happen, because if they rewrote what they were going to officially do, or not officially, but what they were going to do in the first place, I don't get why they didn't do that, because all the fans wanted it. Or not all the fans, but most of them wanted it. All the Olivia fans I follow or talk to on Twitter, they all wanted a pregnancy thing, or pregnancy scare, or just something with Liv and a Olivia baby. And so I kind of was expecting that, and I don't know why. So that was kind of a letdown, and I don't know why I kept thinking that, because of course it wasn't going to happen. The writers hate us. They're not going to do it. I don't think at all. Maybe at the very end of the season. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this ending and everything, because part of me was expecting some kind of time jump for some reason, just because people were talking about it on Twitter, and I thought that would be so smart for them to do a time jump to maybe their senior year, or them finally getting into the NFL. I thought that maybe was going to happen, and that would have been such a good idea, because I want to see Spencer and Jordan in the NFL before it ends, and we're probably not going to get that because CW is dying as we speak, and everything's getting canceled, and we probably are as well. And I say this all the time, we're gonna get canceled. I have no faith that we're not gonna get canceled, even though I don't want to yet. I really think we're going to, just because the CW is awful now, or I don't know if that has any good things on TV because I don't watch it a lot anymore. But, I don't know. My hopes are not that high for the second half of the season. As much as I want them to be, they're not. There's only one thing, which I will talk about in a bit. But now I'm going to get into the episode, like just details and talk about everything. So the first thing I want to talk about is the damn article that is finally done. And I'm hoping we get rid of the storyline now. Because, I've said this in each episode, or maybe not each episode, the last few I've done for All American. I've said this article is garbage. I hate this storyline and I just want them to be done with it. And I'm so happy they kind of are, and it's finally been released, so we're kind of done with it. Kind of. Of course, we're gonna deal with the aftermath of it still in the upcoming episodes, which I'm okay with that. I just want them to stop doing that, because that was a big reason why that's the reason Spilivia broke up. And now that it's gone, I think they have a better chance of getting back together, even though he does have a girlfriend, but we don't talk about her here. I just really want them to find something else for Olivia, or not like a new job, but another storyline. Give her something. And I'm really hoping they do give her a different storyline that doesn't have anything to do with her job in journalism. Even though I'm happy, of course, she found her passion, because I love her so much. I'm so happy for her. But I don't want them to do another damn article storyline. Unless it's a good one, I don't want it. I think it was just the fact that this article was pretty much about her brother and ex now, and the coach. Or it wasn't about Jordan and Spencer, but it was about their team and their coach and everything, and like messed up their life kind of, or their college experience in some way. So I hope the next article doesn't affect anyone, and also we just don't have a storyline about that. Have her write an article during the show, or not during the show, but like have her do it, like, and we see her writing an article and everything, but don't make it a head storyline. I don't know, or like a main storyline, like a big storyline. We don't need that. I'm just so happy it's done. And I think the rollout of it was pretty good. Not that fact that it took 7 episodes to finish and come to an end, but the fact that they did a pretty good job ending it, I think. That's how I personally feel. It wasn't great, and they could have done it a different way, but I think it was a good ending for them, and just the article, because of course it affected a lot of things, and GAU's program might get the death penalty, which I don't even know. I didn't know. I know what that means now. Of course, my dumbass didn't know what it was. I had to look it up, because I was thinking of the death penalty in jail for some damn reason, and I was so confused why they were talking like that. But that apparently means, I think, just a year off or 2. I think it's 1 year, but it might be 2. I really don't want that to happen, but I think it might. I mean, for good reason, though, because what Garrett did, of course, was so messed up and such an awful thing to do. I do think their team deserves to pay for it and kind of get sit out of the season, even though I don't want Spencer to go through that and I want him to play and make it to the NFL. I kind of think they deserve it, even though the team didn't know about it. I just think they do, because, I mean, first of all, literally everyone left. Everyone left the team. Just a few people. Actually, no, I don't think anyone stayed besides Spencer and Jordan, well, until the end. And then they have some people who would stay or come back or recruit or something. I forgot what they said. Even though I don't blame anyone for leaving, and I don't get why anyone would want to come on and play for this team. I get it's a good team, and when they play, but they might be facing the death penalty. They don't have a coach, or they might later, but they don't have one. They don't technically have one right now, and their coach is all over the news about, or their old coach, about hurting players intentionally. So, or on purpose. I don't know if I said the right word there. I think I said something I wasn't planning on saying, but I don't get why people would want to come to the team. If I was athletic and I was a football player, I would not want to stay there. I would leave in a heartbeat. You want to be on a team that you have a chance to getting into the NFL, or you want to have a team that's good enough that people will see you, like not recruits, but the NFL coaches, or I'm trying to think of the words for it, but again, I don't know anything about sports, so I'm not sure. Not recruitment, but like people for the NFL. You want to make a good impression, so you make it into the NFL, and you're not going to with that team. And Spencer needs to move on. Like, I get he doesn't want to, especially now that Kenny might be he thinks Kenny might be his coach because he's his coach or whatever, or like whatever he said Kenny was to him. But I mean, I get that, but then again, he needs to go so he has a chance to get it in the NFL. He's ruining his career and his chance of making it big time by staying at that school, who right now doesn't have a coach, who doesn't have a team, and they might not even be able to play for 2 years or a year or however long that was supposed to be. So I'm really mad about that. I just am, because it's so stupid that he would stay. I get it, and like he loves JU and he wants to stay and everything, but he's only been there for a few months, and I get it, but then again, he's like gonna regret this in the future if they get the death penalty, because he's gonna ruin his career and he might not make it in the NFL. He should think about his career and what he wants to do, and think about how this is going to affect him getting where he wants to be. And I don't think he is. And then with the coach situation, I'm not surprised that Billy got asked to be the coach. I really thought they were going to bring him in to be the coach. I think it was just really predictable. I know a lot of people on Twitter knew about it or thought it was going to happen. I did as well, because that seems like something they would do. And I'm not mad about it, but then a part of me kind of is like, why can't they get a brand new coach? Because I would want Jordan to play with his dad, or like his dad be his coach one last time, because I think that would be really cute. But I don't blame Jordan at all for leaving. He wants a new chance, or not a new chance, but he wants to find his coach, like how Spencer, or whatever it was called, Spencer's coach, or his whatever. I'm trying to figure out what they said, because it doesn't make sense when I say it. Like his coach or his person, like that. It was Kenny, even though he literally hasn't known him for that long. And then for Billy, it was someone, I completely forgot his name. But I don't blame Jordan for this at all. He needs to do what he needs to do. And I always kind of thought he should leave, especially when this whole thing happened and he was going to stay. That really upset me, because he deserves a chance to make it. And Spencer's not going to take it right now. And he's going to stay and try to get together the team and bring everyone together and save the football program. Jordan wants to do that, but he also wants to have a chance and succeed and everything. And so I'm so proud of him that he decided to leave. I can't wait to see who he picked. I kind of hope it's Coastal. I think it will be Coastal, even though he liked Wilmot. I think it will be Coastal, because he's going to probably have to leave the show, because Winmont, what did I say it was? Whitmont, I think. What the fuck did I say? Well, that other school that's far away, or wherever it is. I think he's going to pick Coastal, because the other one's too far. Because he's going to have to leave the show if he goes to Wilmot. Well, that's what it's called, Wilmot. I might have said that already, but he's going to have to leave. And I don't think they're going to do that. And also, he's in the promo, so I think he's going to pick Coastal. I would really like that, because I really like Asher this season. He's getting better, and I'm liking him a lot more. And I really like his friendship with Jordan right now, and how Asher's giving him advice about everything, and also giving him advice about not recruiting, transferring, and how he was talking to him about that, because he could tell that it was Spencer who was so determined for that, or to save the football program, and Jordan wasn't all about it. He wanted to do it, but he also wanted a chance. And he wanted a chance with a program or a school that's not about to get the death penalty. So, or not a school, a football program. So I'm really happy Asher talked to him about that, and I'm really happy he got excited and told him about Coastal, and Jordan's interested in it, and I really think he'll pick Coastal. I really hope he does. And also that will mean for Jordan and Layla, they won't have to do long distance, which I don't think they will do because they have to keep Jordan on the show. But I mean, I'm excited to see what happens with Jordan, and I'm happy that Spencer was supportive of Jordan at the end of it, because I mean, that is his brother. Like, they're brothers now. I'm really happy that he was so supportive. I mean, of course, at first he was upset about it and annoyed, but Jordan needs to find his person or his coach or whatever what they said, and he needs to find himself and go to a school that will not jeopardize his career. And staying at GAU probably will. It's just to me, it's common sense. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Spencer that he's staying there and for even saying it's common sense. But Spencer needs to learn that he's not going to be able to save the football program. I mean, because it's a show, maybe they're just going to do something to make him save it. But realistically, it wouldn't be saved that fast. And I don't want that to be a storyline of him trying to save GAU's football program, but I know it's going to be, and it's going to piss me off so much. It's going to be like the article storyline for me. Like, I'm going to hate it, and I don't want to. And I mean, I feel like it will be a better story or line than the article, 100%, because it's actually about football. Even though the article technically was, this one's about Spencer, and it's going to be about Spencer, and he's the main character, so he deserves that storyline. But I don't want it. I don't know if I'm making any sense, to be honest. But, I just hope they don't do that and they don't mess the storyline up and they just let Spencer transfer. He needs to get over GAU. Like, okay, I get it. Maybe he was a senior, but he's a freshman. He hasn't even been there that long. I don't know why he's so attached to the school. Just transfer to Coastal. Honestly, I think he might do that eventually. It would be interesting to see Spencer on different teams like they were in season 3. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of want him to be in Coastal. I feel like at the end of the season, if they somehow get renewed, either they're going to do a time jump or he's going to go to Coastal, which I would rather the time jump. But if they go to Coastal, I wouldn't be mad about it. It's because he needs to move on and get over it. And I'm a bit worried to see his reaction to Billy being the coach and not Kenny, which I think Billy would be a better fit for a head coach because he has been the head coach before. Of course, not of a college team, but he knows what he's doing. He used to be a great player, and AD trusts him because he used to play with him and that he knows how capable he is of it. So I think it'll be fine. But I really feel bad for Kenny just because he really thought he was going to get the job from what AD said, and I kind of thought he was too from what AD said. He literally said he could see him as a head coach. And I mean, of course that doesn't always work out, but I feel bad for him. Like, he told his family and everything, and then how is he going to find out that he didn't get it and they gave it to Jordan's dad? I don't know. And AD's friend, because they're not really friends. They're kind of friends, kind of not. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm a bit nervous to see how that goes down. And I really hope Jordan's not upset about transferring when he finds out Billy's the coach, because maybe he wanted to play with him again. But, it was the best choice for Jordan in his career, and what Spencer did was not. Like I've been saying, it's stupid. I get it, but then I also don't. He needs to figure that out because it's really upsetting to me that he is jeopardizing everything for this. But it's okay. But now moving on to the other things in the episode, because quite a bit more happened. The next thing I want to talk about is Layla and Patience, because that whole thing was kind of a mess. I did enjoy it because I love Patience and Layla and their friendship and everything, and I'm really interested in the music storyline and how they're kind of making it really big, and Patience is blowing up and everything. Of course, she was called an industry plant, but I feel like maybe everyone has been called an industry plant at the beginning of their career or when they blow up right away. Maybe that might just be me. I don't know. I just know a lot of people who have blown up right away have been called industry plants, and also people I like been called industry plants. It's just something someone uses and to just get you upset and get you riled up or something. And I mean, it worked for her. I mean, I mean, let's be real. She should not have said that on live. She shouldn't have. That was really stupid. You shouldn't not let in. You shouldn't do this when you, why can I not think of words? Why am I saying the wrong thing? You shouldn't let your fans win. I think that's what I was meant to say. You shouldn't do that. Like, doing that and, like, getting mad at your, not fans, your haters and everything. Why did I say fans? What the fuck? When you do that on live and yell at your haters, you're giving them the attention they don't deserve and the attention they want. So, I mean, I really hope that Layla kind of talks some, or I think they did talk some sense into her. I hope she doesn't do it again. I mean, it was just stupid. You can't let your haters win. Like, by that, you're letting them win, and it's not a good thing to do. And also, it might affect your career a bit because people pull, like, anything from the past, you know? Like, when you're famous, there's always proof of something, or usually, and they'll just yank it out and be like, okay, here, look what they did, like, back then, or whatever. They always do that. And so she's got to be careful with what she says and what she does, so she doesn't lose fans, and she doesn't let the hate get to her, and doesn't let it affect her career. Because, I mean, she should listen to just the good comments, you know? Like, if I was famous, I mean, of course, actually, I would say that I wouldn't look at them, but actually, that's probably a lie. I probably would look at the hate comments and everything. But, you know, I think she should just maybe not look at the comments and just focus on herself and her music and everything, and just not give those haters the light of day, and just, like, ignore them and everything. Because when you're famous, especially a singer and an actress and pretty much everything, you have to ignore the hate, and you're going to get hate. You just got to block it out and do what's best for you and do what you want to do. And she is, and it's great. And I mean, okay, here's the thing about Patience and her music. She has changed her persona, or not, yeah, kind of her persona and her vibe and everything. And maybe that is why she's being called an industry plant, because she's changing it up and not her, like, her old music and everything. And I mean, that might be why they called her that. I'm pretty sure Clay said something about that, and I get that. But as long as Patience is comfortable with it and wants to do it, I don't see an issue, because I feel like everyone rebrands at one point in their career. If you're a musician, after a specific era, or when you go on to a next era, you rebrand. So I think that everyone does that, so it's not that big of a deal, and it's not different. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone does that. Sometimes they might be the kind of the same concept and everything, but a lot of the time, after an album, like that era, they move on, and sometimes they do a completely different thing and change the whole thing and their whole vibe and everything to fit a new era and kind of like a new persona in a way. And so I don't see why it's an issue with Patience. I mean, you know, as long as she doesn't, like, get uncomfortable and everything with what she's doing and her new persona, I'm fine with it. You know, I'm kind of liking, like, her new music and everything. I'm really intrigued by the storyline, just for now. I mean, I might get sick of it eventually. I don't know. I love Patience and Layla's friendship as well, though, and I loved how they were so supportive of Liv and everything, because they're roommates. I mean, I want to see more scenes of the three of them together. It's so cute seeing them all together, and I really hope we get more of that in the second half of the season. Hopefully. I mean, especially because they're, like I said, they're literally roommates, and we never see them together. And I would like to see more of them. But the way they were so proud of her and everything was so cute. And I mean, I'm so proud of Liv as well, because she has gone through so much in her life, and I'm very worried some of that's going to come back. But, you know, I'm so proud of her for doing this article, even though I hated that whole thing. I really did. I am proud of her for doing it and pushing herself to get it out and not worrying about the effect of Spencer and Jordan. Even though, okay, technically, yes, she did, because she changed the name and made it so they wouldn't know it was from her. But I did like that she just dropped and was like, you know, I worked too hard on this. I'm dropping it. I want him to know, or like everyone to know. And Garrett is not going to get a job anymore at that other school because of Liv, and as he should. Thank you. I'm so happy she did that, just for that, and also so we never have to hopefully bring this up again. But, you know, I'm just so proud of her, and I feel bad for her that she doesn't feel accomplished, kind of, because of what happened with Jordan and Spencer and the whole team and everything, and when they gave her the cake and everything and it said Jaden instead of, or whatever that name was, instead of Liv, that made me so mad. Like, okay, I get that that's her name on the article so people would know, but congratulate Liv. Put Liv's name on the cake. That would make it so much better and make it personal, because she's the one who wrote it, not whoever that Jaden bitch is. Even though that is technically Liv, I don't care. They should have put Liv on that. And whoever gave Liv that cake or cupcake at the end that said Olivia on it deserves like a hug. Like, I want to hug them. I don't know who it was. I would like to know. Part of me kind of hopes it was Spencer, but I think it's probably her mom. I really just want to give them a hug because that was so sweet and she seemed so happy. She deserves the recognition, not that Jaden guy. That's why I'm kind of sad she changed her name, but I completely understand why she did. And I'm so happy that Laura had that scene with Liv and everything, because we don't get enough of those two, or I think we might have had them quite a few times in the last few seasons, but this season we've had her and Billy, which I loved, and I loved the father-daughter like bond and everything. I love that, but I want more of the mom and daughter, and I want more of them because I think their dynamic is so cute and I love it. And so I'm happy we got that, and I hope we get more. Kind of part of me thought that might have been a pregnancy thing in the promo because my dumb ass won't let it go, but it's okay. I appreciated that whole thing, and I'm happy she went to go apologize to, why did I almost say Damon? Spencer and Jordan. I'm happy about that. But then I personally think that they should be apologizing to her. Everyone should apologize to her for being a bitch to her. Because everyone's jokes throughout the season, especially Coop. Coop needs to apologize to Liv. I'm so done with her. Especially with the fact that she's living at Liv's house. And she's not apologizing and not getting along with her. Liv's letting you live in her house, Coop. Fucking apologize. I'm so serious. It just pisses me off. But, back to the Spencer, Jordan, and Liv. I'll get back into Coop in a second. But with them, I loved their scenes together. I'm happy it was separate. She apologized to both at different times. I like that. So we got a little Spilivia, even though it was not enough. And I was expecting a lot more because it was the mid-season finale. And I'm a little bitter. But I loved the Liv and Jordan scene. That was so cute. I love their twin dynamic. I love them. And I want them to have more scenes together. So I really hope they do. I read somewhere, I think it was an article, that they will. But I don't know if it was true or not, or somebody was just lying. So I'm excited to see more of them, or I hope we have more of them. Just, they're just so cute. But like, I was mad that all the scenes we had of them, or most of them, was Jordan being pissed off at her and being kind of a bitch. Because, Liv doesn't need that in her life. Come on, she's going through enough the way it is, and she's very stressed out, and her twin brother's kind of being a jerk to her. Like, that's so messed up. I don't get why that happens and everything, so hopefully that they have cute scenes. I wish we just had scenes like this with them or the first half of the season. It's because I'm pissed off at Jordan for saying all that stuff to Liv, but it's okay. I'm over it now that we got that cute scene. And I'm so happy Jordan was happy for her and happy that she dropped the article so he could transfer and he could figure out what he wants and now that he knows he wants to be at a different school and everything. So I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy Liv was so supportive and Jordan made her almost cry in a good way, not in a shitty way, like saying some awful crap to her. I'm really happy about that. And then with Bolivia, their scene was so cute, even though it hits different now that he has a girlfriend and they're kind of official. Well, not really. I don't think he's ever said that she is officially his girlfriend, but knowing that they are together upsets me and makes it a little harder for me to watch them. But they were so cute. I'm so happy that Spencer wanted her to be proud of her work and everything, because she worked so hard she worked so hard on this article. In the way she didn't want to give credit to herself and wanted to give credit to everyone else and saying it wasn't just her. Okay, yes, she had people help her, but she wrote it. It was mainly her. It was her idea. She did all the hard work. She deserves the praise. Again, like, other people helped her, but she deserves the flowers. She deserves the roses. I think that's a saying. I really hope it is, because then I fucked up. But, I'm happy for her. And I'm happy that she kind of feels accomplished now and is proud of herself and everything. So I'm really excited for more of them, even though he has a girlfriend, which I'm not excited for, and it makes me want to cry. And also, I just know Alicia's going to be in the next half, or not next season, the second half of the season, because of the promo. But we're getting Jealous Spencer, which I have been waiting for that for so long. Since we got Jealous Liv and we kept getting Jealous Liv and not Jealous Spencer, it's been pissing me off. So I'm so happy that we're finally getting Jealous Spencer. I'm so happy. I'm like so excited. I don't know why I am, but I'm really excited. I'm so happy that they finally have a guy for Liv, or a guy to hit on Liv and kind of maybe date, so Spencer gets jealous. I think now that Spencer's gonna get jealous, they're gonna get back together sooner, or there's gonna be a lot of angst and buildup, but that's going to make him realize, like, he doesn't want to be with Alicia and he wants to be with her. I'm hopefully, I really hope. I'm kind of scared for that, though, because I cannot wait the rest of the season for this, because they're gonna get canceled. I have no faith that we're gonna get picked up, and it's really bad, because I'll be happy if we get picked up, or not picked up, renewed, just because I want Bolivia for one more season, and Jordan and Layla, and I'm not ready to lose everyone. I'm ready to lose Coop. Couldn't care less if it ended, because I would care if it ended, but I just wouldn't care about her, But I really hope. I'm scared. I don't know why I'm so scared about it getting canceled. It's because I'm not ready to say goodbye to them yet, because I love Liv so much and I'm not ready to lose her and Bolivia and everything. I'm kind of worried. But anyways, the next thing, and maybe the last thing, I think hopefully, is Coop, which I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to bring her up right now because I hate her and I'm upset with her right now. But we're going to. It's okay. We'll be fine. So with Coop, I'm happy that we're seeing her in class now and not getting into shit situations. That's all she really used to do, was get into trouble, break rules, crimes, and everything. So I'm happy we see her in school and everything. And I'm kind of with her teacher on the first thing that he said, because Coop did get her passion, or let her passion get in the way of the assignment and talking about the court and everything, because passion isn't going to win in court. And even they said that at dinner. They said that to Coop, which is 100% right. It's not. And she was passionate, and that's kind of what got in the way, I think, in the first one. But then at the end of it, she gave valid points. And I'm 100% on her side for what she said in the second half. I kind of was as well for the first half, but she did let her passion get in the way, which was kind of an issue. And so, I'm excited to even though I don't want to see Coop more, I'm excited to kind of see her in class and become a lawyer, because I'm happy she's actually doing something. And, not patience. Sky and Coop are kind of cute. I really like Sky. I don't know why. I just really do. And because I don't want Patience and Coop back together, I'm kind of ready for them to be endgame, even though Patience and Coop are probably going to be endgame, sadly. I really like Sky. And the way she was she was so supportive at the beginning of the day, helping her get ready and everything was so cute. And then her at the dinner as well. I really like her. I don't know why I like her so much, but I just do. She just seems like a really nice person, and I feel bad that she's with Coop just because I hate Coop. Honestly, I think that's just the reason I feel bad for her, and I just wouldn't want to be her. But, she's gorgeous too. Sky is so pretty. I really do like her. And I also loved the dinner scene and seeing Grace back. She's glowing. She has that, newly married newly married glow, if that's even a thing. I don't know if it is, but she just looks so pretty. I'm so happy she's back. I'm so happy she was back for this episode because I missed her and I wanted to see her one last time before we went on break, and I wanted to hear more about her honeymoon and everything. I'm assuming she went on one, so I kind of wanted to hear more about that. And I'm sad we didn't, but I loved the dinner and seeing everyone together. I'm so mad Liv wasn't there. I was expecting Liv to be at the dinner for some damn reason. Actually, no, not for just some damn reason, because in the stills that we saw, Laura and Billy were there, so I assumed that Liv was there. And of course she wasn't, which kind of upset me, but kind of didn't. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about everything that's going to happen in the second half of the season just because I'm not ready, especially from the promo, because I want to talk about that next, because so much stuff happened in the promo, like so much shit. And I'm just a bit worried about it because we saw, or if people haven't seen the promo, I mean, maybe people listening haven't, but I did. And you saw Layla and Jordan getting into a fight, which I'm a bit nervous about. Honestly, I have a feeling it's about them keeping this a secret too long, because they are. I mean, I get Layla doesn't want people to find out yet, and she wants to keep it special between us. But it's like they're a secret, and she doesn't want people to know about Jordan. And she said that's not it, and she's happy that he's hers. But it's like she doesn't want people to find out and she's embarrassed, which bothers me. And I think that might be the reason they have the fight. Maybe. I might be completely wrong. I'm not sure. I really hope that's not the reason. I'm not ready for them to break up or have a fight yet. I just got them together. I need more of them being happy and in love and everything. So I'm a bit worried about that. And then I'm trying to think of what else happened in the promo. Billy. Yeah. Okay. Billy and Garrett. And I think Billy is going to become the coach because we saw him on GAU, or not on GAU, on campus. That's what it's called. We saw him on campus, and Garrett was talking to him and everything. And so either he takes a job or he has a meeting about the job and everything. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to see Garrett again. I was really hoping they just forgot about him and everything. The one thing in the promo I hated more than those two was the fact that we saw Alicia and Spencer making out twice. Not happy about that at all. I'm ready for them to break up. I do think he's going to break up with her pretty early on. Now, apparently, episode 10, there's something going on and she's in it. So I don't think that they're going to get that, or they're going to break up then. Maybe what I saw was a lie and it's fake. But if it's not, they're going to stay together until then at least, which I'm okay with, because I know we're getting Spilivia eventually, or I have a strong feeling. So I'm only okay with Spencer and Alicia right now, because I know they're getting back together and we're getting jealous Spencer. So I'm kind of excited. And then my theories for the second half of the season. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some right now. Well, Spilivia is gonna hook up at least once, hopefully. I'm hoping. I think when he breaks up with her, Alicia, they're gonna hook up, Spencer and Olivia. Hopefully. I hope. I really want that to happen again. I'm really excited. And then, I don't know what else. Liv might have a new boyfriend, or they're just flirting, or she's using him to get Spencer jealous. I don't think that is why, but that would be so funny if that's the reason she did. I kind of want that to be the reason, but I don't care. If Liv has a boyfriend, I honestly don't care, because I know she's gonna get back together with Spencer, and I want jealous Spencer finally, so I'm excited for that. Other than that, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of nervous. Honestly, I don't really know why I am. I just always get nervous because I get so into shows and then I want to die when I watch them. I don't know why I do this to myself, honestly. I don't know why I'm still watching the show. I'm just I just am so determined to finish a damn show. I will not give up on a show. I don't think I ever officially have. I always go back to it eventually. I'll stop watching it and then I'll go back to it eventually and finish it, I think. Maybe I haven't done that for everything, but for the most part I have. And I don't know why I do that. I just do. And it pisses me off, because if I wasn't like that and I wasn't in love with these characters and ships, I would have given up by now. But of course, because I'm in love with them, I haven't given up, and also because I never would. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing to myself, but it's okay. But anyways, that's the end of this episode. I'm so sorry it was so chaotic. I'm not feeling the best today, so I'm kind of like a wreck and like a mess waiting to happen. Or I'm just a mess right now in general as well, especially today because I'm not feeling the best. So I don't know why I recorded. I just want to get this done. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Again, I'm sorry this was a mess. I will make sure they're not when I return. But yeah, this will be the last All-American episode for a while. It comes back, I think, January something. I don't know. I heard 23rd, which is completely different than what Twitter told me a few months ago. So it's actually not coming back on January 2nd like someone told me. So we're going to have to wait quite a bit longer. But it's okay. I'll come back then for All-American, and I'll do some other stuff while we wait. But again, thank you guys so much for listening. Sorry again, this was chaotic, and I'll see you guys soon.